I guess so.
Okay, we'll go ahead and call to order the regular meeting of the Sacramento Area Sewer District. And that is a complete sentence now. If we can go ahead and have a roll call, please.
Good morning. Member Aquino?
Here.
Karpinski Costa?
Present.
Desmond? Frost?
Here.
Kaplan?
Here.
Kennedy?
Here.
Robles?
Present.
Cerna?
Here.
Villegas? And Hume.
Here.
And you do have a quorum.
Thank you. And now if you would please address the flag and join Director Kaplan in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Now, Madam Clerk, if you would read the replay statement and the public comment procedures.
This meeting of the Sacramento Area Sewer District is being broadcast live on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast Consolidated Communications and AT&T UVerse cable systems. This meeting is closed captioned and live streamed at metro14live.saccounty.gov. Today's meeting will replay Sunday, January 14th at 9 a.m. on Channel 14. This meeting can also be viewed at youtube.com/MetroCable14. In accordance with Government Code 54952.3, compensation for meeting of this legislative body is required to be verbally disclosed. The amount of $100 will be paid for each member participating today as a member of the Sacramento Area Sewer District. Compensation for Sacramento County supervisors and City of Sacramento council members is paid to the county and city respectively to partially offset the costs of those governments. Compensation for other board members is delivered to the individuals. To make an in-person public comment, please complete a speaker request form and hand it to the clerk. The chairperson will call your name when it is your turn to make a comment. To make a public comment by phone, dial 916-875-2500 and follow the prompts to be placed in queue for a specific agenda off-agenda item. Clerk staff will transfer each caller into the meeting. You may send written comments by email to boardclerk@saccounty.gov. Your comment will be routed to the board and filed in the record, and that concludes this clerk's statement.
Great. Thank you. All right, I believe that moves us on to our first item of business. I have opened the meeting as vice chair, and now it is the will of the board of what we would like to do from here.
I can walk you through the steps. Actually, if we could, our communications department's here. We were hoping to get a picture of you all as the new board for our social media. If we could do that real quick.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to be taking 3 photos. I'll count down each time.
You just want to sit seated at the dais.
Yeah, if you want to move over, that works too.
Or you want us to stand behind the chairs?
Let's stand behind the chairs.
It makes me look much less socially awkward if they would move over.
Which is why you can't believe anything you see on social media.
Right.
Oh, let's just do here, yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you.
It's good to know I'm the only one representing.
So very briefly, just for everyone's information to understand how this generally works, we alternate the chair between a city and a county member each year. And it's a 2-year commitment. So if you are the vice chair the first year, then the second year you become the chair. And right now we have Director Hume is currently the vice chair, but standing in as the chair with the county. And then the city representative, West Sacramento, was next in line. They've asked to defer. And so the next city in line is Citrus Heights. And so I've spoken with Director Karpinski Costa, and she was eager to join the rotation. So that would be my recommendation.
Only because Director Hume never misses meetings.
I assured her of that.
Challenge accepted.
Move that staff recommendation.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a couple of seconds. Any further discussion? No? Roll call vote, or did we use the electronic system?
Actually, we're not going to use the electronic system. There is a some technical difficulty, so if we could do a voice vote, that's fine, please.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I was going to say, there are no public comments. Just
Thank
wanted to
you.
let you know. Sorry.
Yeah, I meant to ask, but, they were chomping at the bit to vote, and I didn't want to. It's a tenuous balance here, and I wanted to seize while the iron was hot.
And that sounds like the motion passes by unanimous vote. Thank you.
Okay, very good. And I believe that moves us on to the closed session item. If we can have the clerk please read the item, and then I do have a comment from a director.
Let me read that. Closed session is conference with legal counsel, initiation of litigation, one potential case.
Okay?
Thank you, Chair Hume. I just want to publicly state for the record, as a result of the employment of my husband, I checked if there was any actual perceived conflict. There is none on this matter, but I just wanted to state it for the record.
Very good. In that case, we will move to closed session. Okay, we have returned from closed session. We have nothing to report out, I believe. Is that correct? Okay, very good. All right, having returned from closed session, we will move on with the remainder of the agenda. And I believe that takes us to timed matters.
I'm sorry, Chairperson Hume, I will need to take a roll call to
Reestablish the
establish
quorum. Very
Yes.
good.
Thank you. Member
Thank you.
Aquino? Carpinzi Costa?
Present.
Frost? Here. Kaplan? Here. Kennedy? Here. Robles? Present. Cerna?
Here.
Villegas? And Hume.
Here.
And you do have a quorum.
Great. I didn't think we had lost anybody, so that's good. All right, now we'll move on to timed matters, please.
Item number 2 is miscellaneous director and district engineer matters.
Just want to make a couple quick comments. First of all, just now that we are officially merged, technically there's not a lot of difference in how we're operating, but one of the things I'm seeing already is that people are looking at things from a little broader perspective and starting to think about how to be more efficient, how to kind of put things together that used to be maybe two separate or parallel things happening. A couple of the key things that we'll be working on, we're starting to gear up to do a new strategic plan that would be, obviously we used to do 2 of them, we'll have 1. So that strategic planning effort's going on, or not going on yet, but it will be over the course of 2024. And then also we will start to look at our organizational structure. That's down the road a little ways, but we want to start thinking about it because right now there's already a lot of speculation. Staff is kind of going, I wonder how we're going to reorganize now that we have this single organization. So these are just some of the things that are sort of coming into play over the next year or so. Just wanted to mention our next meeting is January 24th. I apologize that this is such a short meeting. We always try to move the items around and cancel meetings when we can. This year in particular, mostly up through April, we're going to have a lot of human resource related items due to our transition of staffing and the need for these to keep coming as quickly as we can get them out. So it may cause us to have an extra meeting here or there. Obviously not an extra meeting, but rather than canceling one, we may have to have both in a month. So just kind of heads up on that. But January 24th will be our next one. And that's all I had.
All right, any comments from directors? Okay, then that takes us to public comment on items not on the agenda, noting no members of the public in the audience. I don't think is this a hybrid meeting where there's an opportunity for phone comment?
Yes, sir.
Do we have anybody?
And we do not have anyone in the queue for public comments on either items 2 or 3.
Okay, Lecture? Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but on that subject of the phones, most other boards and commissions have either already switched to completely back in person or in the process of doing that. So I would like to suggest to the chairmanship that we likewise do the same.
It's good by me. Anybody opposed? Do we need to take a formal? Agendize it?
On the agenda.
Okay.
Bring it forward.
Yeah. So if we could do that for the
Okay.
24th, if possible.
Yep.
Terrific.
Okay, great, thank you. Good point. All right, that concludes item 3, then on to the consent calendar, items 4 through 7. Anybody have any comments or would like an item pulled? All right, we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second from Director Cerna. Is there any public comment on this item?
We do not have any public comments for consent calendar.
All right, in that case, everybody in favor of moving the consent, signify by saying aye. 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 Anybody opposed? Anybody abstain? Okay. And that, I believe, brings us to the end of our agenda. Thank you all.
And whoever scheduled the 10:15, well done.
How about that? Boom. Thank you.
Money.